welcome to the SNS League. We are on the race 4 and we're at the Australian track. So as they are out on practice, qualifiers, we already have 3 what's already out. So we have David, which is already out, Sauce Cookie, which is already out, and JJ, which is already out. So let's get this bit of information up for you. So far Darren has got the fastest lap with a 1:22.5, but we also have Lord JU, which did set a 1:23, but Jamie Owen has just taken that. So few are more coming out of the pits, few still in the pits but coming through the pit lane. We got one which has set his tyres on medium, so he's going to try and do a qualifying time on the mediums. That's Marcy. So on car view of Marcy. We go on to some which are on their fast laps. So JJ starts his fast lap now for qualifier number 1. So it is only top 15 what goes through. We have 2 which are already out, Wild Dog and Leclerc. So some more times coming in. So Lord JU is now set the fastest at a 1:22.4, just overtaking Darren. Darren's in the pits at the moment. What can Jamie do? Jamie does not go any faster. So as there's a few, we'll see what Glenn can do. So Glenn in the Alpha Tauri with his teammate Jamie Owen, which is in 3rd place in qualifying so far. So let's see what Glenn can do. So he comes round into sector 2. What can he do? So far he's on a clean lap. It's not invalid, so this time so far will go through. Keeping it nice and clean. It looks fast, but is it fast? That's the question. Comes around to the last bend, so we'll see what time he sets. Glenn goes over the line with a 1:23.9. That moves him up to 6th place. So we have Kian, which is out on the track. No, he's coming in. He's got an invalid lap, so no time set for him. Marcy has got an invalid lap as well. And Gaz, he's on a fast lap. His lap's not been invalid. So let's see what lap time he can get. Ruben, who goes fast in the Reynolds. We know the Reynolds are quite quick, so he got a 1:21.333. So he takes the fastest lap so far. Oh no, Gaz comes in, so obviously he weren't happy with that lap. So we've got Lee, which is starting his fast lap now, so let's see what he can do. We've seen Lee before go fast. We've seen him win as well, Lee, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. So Lee coming round to sector 2, going to finish sector 2 soon. So he starts his last sector. It's just been invalid, so that lap is not going to happen with Lee, unfortunately. Let's have a look at the others. So we've got Scott here. We'll see what Scott can do. He's on his fast lap on sector 2. With the Australia track, there's a lot of bends, but it is a nice wide track, so hopefully we'll see a lot of overtaking going on in the race. So he comes round. So Scott is replacing Callum. Oh, that was a bit of back, so he's going to lose some time there. He is replacing Callum. Both McLarens are getting replaced, so we've got David and Scott. So he goes through into 11th. Scott, not a great time, did mess up on the last bends. Goes a bit wide there as well. So we have a JJ now, which is still waiting to set a lap, but he has already invalid his lap. So it don't look like this one's going to happen. So Kieran, we're still waiting for Kieran. We know Kieran's quite quick with his lap time, so we'll see what happens. So as the back marker moves out of the way out of Kieran's fast lap, what can Kieran do? So starting sector 3 with that DRS, it didn't look like it went very well in that bend. So it's going to be hard to see what's going to happen here. So he comes around the last few bends. What time can Kieran get? He goes over the line. And he goes 8th with a 1:23.7. I'm sure we'll see Kieran do a lot better soon. Still got John, which hasn't came out of the pitch yet. Got Gaz now. He goes up into 6th place with a 1:23.1. We got Lee Valentine, which is still waiting for a lap. Same as BP. And same as John. John ain't even come out. So something's just happened to Ruben. It's not good for Ruben. So just waiting for so Lee is gonna come round. So Lee now starts his fast lap. Not much time left to go. John's still in the pit, so is BP, but we're going to see if Lee makes the time. After we've done this lap, we will see if we can get so Lee invalidates his lap once again. Looks like he's going to come into the pits, or he's getting ready for another. Yeah, no, he's going to go for a fast lap again. Just waiting for Lee to make a fast lap, otherwise he will be kicked out for not making the top 15. So he comes around really quick in sector 1, the first turn in. And he makes the chicane part look all nice and neat. So he's just finished sector 1. Now starting sector 2. So we'll see what Lee gets, and then we'll get Ruben back in. Kind of goes a bit wide, but could it be enough to get into the top 15? And he goes over the line, and he goes fourth of that time. That's a good time. Right, so we'll go on to qualified 2 in a minute. Right, so we go on to qualifier 2. Right, so qualified 2, we have some what's already gone out. So there's Darren, who's got an early out. I think he might be the first one out. So I'll follow Darren at the minute because he will be the first one to set the lap time. We'll get the that up and that up. So Darren now starting his fast lap. Let's see what he can do, make what he can do on the first lap. So moves on to the last sector, sector 3. He is on the soft tyres. So he goes over the line to set the first lap, which is a 1:23.0. That is a fast lap. That is a good lap, but we have seen quicker, so we'll move on to see what the others are doing. So David now is going to come round to set his time. Skulls does a 1:23.6. Valentine's just does a 21.4, so that's the fastest so far. 2 Williams, first and second. David moves into third with a 1:23.6. So let's move on, let's see who else is out there. So we've got Lord J.U. There's yellows in sector 1, so I don't know what's happened in sector 1, but it's gone green, so maybe someone just got a slow down, moving out of the way most likely. So he goes over the line and he will take 6th with a 23.8. Ruben goes second with a 1:22.1 with a medium tyre. So it splits up the Williams. Jamie goes, obviously he had an invalid lap, or that was his out lap. So some more people getting some laps in. So you got Scott with a 1:27.2, not a great lap. You got Cookie, which has got a 1:24.4. Gaz's got a time in there which is a 1:24.1. So Marcy just gets the time and moves up into second place with a 1:22.0. David goes up into fourth with a 1:22.9, which pushes Darren down. But Jamie's going to come round now on the last sector to set his time in the Alpha Tauri. And he moves up to fourth, so that pushes David and Darren down even more. 7th is Kian, which set a time of 1:23.6 on the mediums. So it looks like Ruben's changed his tyres to soft, so he's going to go, looks like he's going to try go for a fast one when he comes out of the pits. Marcy now in the Alfa Romeo. What can he do? Can he even get faster? No, he's going to come into the pits. That's David who's just getting out of the way. Darren's come out for his out lap. So is Tedas. Tedas is now on his out lap. Scott's going to try and do, I don't know, he's on his third lap, so he's most likely not going to. But we'll see about this other Ferrari, Craig, and see what Craig can do. He hasn't set a time yet so far. Glenn hasn't as well, but he's still in the pits. So Craig just getting sector 1 out of the way, on to sector 2. So it's on sector 3 now, so the last sector, what can he get? Can he get a good lap? So far it's not invalid, but we shall see. He's got a few bends to go yet. I think it's the top 8 what there needs to be to go through to the last qualifier. So Craig comes around now, goes down to the home straight, and he will take, he's into 8th. So if it is the top 8, he is safe. Even if it's the top 10, he is safe. So a few more people are out on the pits. Gaz is coming in. Darren's out again to try and do another quick lap. What can Darren do? So Darren on the last sector with a few bends to go. No, I don't think he's going to go for it. It don't look like he's going to go for it. He's slowing right down, so I'm guessing he's going to come into the pits, or he's going to get ready for one last lap. He's going to go for one last lap, see what he can do before his fuel runs out. So he's going to go for a fast lap. So we'll stay on board with Darren at the moment, see what he can do. Lee is still leading with the fastest lap so far. Can Darren get the other Williams into the podium top 3? So we've got someone moving out of the way for Darren. Making sure we're not going to get involved with Darren's fast lap. So Darren gets the fastest sector 2. This could be a good time for Darren. All he's got to do is hold it, so he's got the fastest sector 2. Can he make this a good lap? Last 2 corners. That looks quick. What can he do? He's going up to the finishing line, and he will get, he moves up to 4th on a 1:22.3. Not quite in the top 3, but that's good for the Williams to be in 1 and 4th near the top. So we got Ruben now, who's on fresh tyres, coming around the last few bends to do a quick lap time. What can Ruben do? Now he's on the softs. He did set a time on the medium, so what is this lap going to be? He goes the fastest with a 1:20.9. That is absolutely quick. So the Reynolds showing themselves off again with the fastest lap so far. So quite a few are in the pits. Kian still on the mediums, but in a safe place to go move on to the next qualifying. going really slow, so I think that'll be the end of his lap. Oh, Lord JU's just pushed Darren down and takes the 4th place. Not by much, just by 0.1, but that's all it takes. Glenn still hasn't come out for a lap, so I don't know if he is going to come out. Oh, he is. Nope. Don't know, that might have been Glenn, that might not have been Glenn. I think it is. I think it's Glenn coming out the pits now. He hasn't come out so far, so this is... So for some reason won't let us view Glenn, I don't know why. Right, there we go, we're on Glenn, so let's watch Glenn to see what lap time he can do. So comes around sector 2, starts sector 3 on his out lap. Something's happened to Ruben again. Hopefully we'll see him in the last qualifier. So Glenn starts his fast lap now. This is going to be the only lap he's going to get, so what time can he do? Can he get in that top 8 to be through in qualifying number 3? We shall see. We've got Skull as well, what's retired. Don't know what happened to Glenn's car. He's going to come round to set the lap. Doesn't sound healthy. But he goes over the line and he comes 10th. I don't think that's enough. But that will be it. So we've got Gaz who's going to try. But Gaz has invalid his lap, so that's not going to work. Got Craig, what can Craig do? Can Craig get in the top 8? Craig goes over the line. It's not enough. So that's all of them, so that's qualifying number 2 out of the way. Right, qualifier number 3 is away, which we've got a few what's gone out, so Darren comes out again early. So we'll start with Darren, first car to come out. See what lap time he can get. So on board with Darren. So he comes around last sector to start his fast lap. So this time is the top 10 what went through. So the top 10 was safe, which has been a bit up and down. 1 minute's top 8, top 10, so this one is top 10. So Darren now starts the fast lap, and so does Lee. So I think Lee's just behind him. Yes, he is. Lee is just behind. So they're both on the fast lap. So what can they do? Could Lee get a bit of an advantage here by using Darren? If he can get close enough to be in his slipstream. So Darren gets a purple first sector, but I guess Lee's just taken that from him, because it was there just for a little bit. So let's get the board up. So the fitted and the lap time. So Darren on the last sector to set his lap, so is Lee. Both Williams are going to set their taps. Lee looking quick, he's catching Darren up. What can happen? Darren goes 122, but Lee goes a 120.9, so he goes the quickest. Darren stays out of the way. No, Ruben just sets the fastest lap with a 120.4. Absolutely quick. So David sets a lap, 122.4. What goes fifth now? Third is Lord JU, which is a 121. Gaz takes a lap on 124, so wherever they finish on this race, or this qualifier, sorry, that will be where they start for the race. So let's move on to some others. This Jamie, let's see what Jamie can get. Marcy just gets fourth and goes 122.0. And Jamie will go fourth, 121.8. And we have two what hasn't set a time still in the pits, Glenn and Kian. So Gaz is on the medium tyres. Darren's coming in. Let's see what Marcy can do. So Marcy comes around the last few corners. We'll see what lap he can do. Is he going to go faster than his previous time? So he goes over the line and he will not move. So he stays fifth. Who else we got out? So Jamie's coming into the pits. Quite a few of them are in the pits. We only got Marcy what is out, but he might try and do one more lap. Kian is now come out for his out lap, so once we see Marcy do this lap, we'll watch Kian for his fast lap. So on to the last sector now. A few of the drivers are coming out now together. Looks like Gaz is coming out, David's coming out, Darren's coming out, and so is Lee Valentine coming out. No, Marcy didn't go for a fast lap. So we will move on to Kian. Let's see what Kian can do. So he gets ready for his for his fast lap. Still got Glenn, what still needs to make a lap. So Kieran going to finish sector 1. Gets a purple sector 1. So the fastest. I don't know, him going on the grass there's just ruined it, but we shall see when he goes over and finishes sector 2. Is he going to get a fast sector 2? Doesn't go purple. We should see. So not many bends to go. Last 2 corners coming up. What time is he going to get? Still think it's going to be fast. Might not be fast enough for pole, but could it be the top 3? Goes over the line. He does go into 3rd, so that's a 1:21.4. Sets a good lap there. So we've got Darren now. Let's see what Darren can do. Loses back end a little bit, so I don't think this is going to be a fast lap for him. No. Goes quicker, but not quick enough to move up any places. So can he get a better lap in? So far he is going quicker than his previous lap. Still going quicker than his previous lap, so I don't know, he might be able to get a little bit quicker. Oh, I don't know, a little bit sideways there, that might have ruined him again. Can he get this one right? No, it's coming into the pits. I think he knew. Glenn is now on his out lap. So we'll come back to him when he starts his fast lap. Kian not going as quick as his last time. Jamie has invalid his lap, but he's going to start a quick lap. Marcy is going to come round and do his fast lap. I don't know if it's going to be a fast one. No. So not many more. Glenn has started his fast lap. So we'll stay with Glenn, see what he can get, as this will be his only lap. He does like only doing a 1 lap. So we'll see what happens. So David gets out of the way for Glenn as he finishes his sector 2 off. This would be the question though, is it going to be the fastest lap? Is it going to be quick enough? Kian looks like he finishes in 3rd, as long as the others don't get a quicker lap in. He goes over the line. He only moves up to 9th. So we're just waiting for the others, we're waiting for Lee. But so far what it would look like, it looks like it's going to be Ruben, it's going to be Lee in 2nd, Lord JU in 3rd, Kian in 4th, Jamie takes 5th, Marcy will take 6th, Darren takes 7th, 8th will be David, 9th will be Glenn. So that is for the final qualifying. So we'll see you into the race. It's race time. So it looks like they're going to be doing their formation lap. As they're doing their formation lap, we will get all this ready. So it looks like it's going to be a rainy start, so I don't know what's going to happen by the end, but they are definitely going to be starting on a rain start. That's BP and Leclerc, what gets disqualified from their formation lap, so they'll be on cold tyres. John not doing as good in this one, he starts 20th, so not good for John. He will have a lot of works on him. So let's have a look at John, all the way at the back. So a lot of work he's got to be doing, but he gets his tyres a bit warm. So I don't know who's dreading the rain and who's not. Don't think a lot of people likes when it starts to rain. So it'll be interesting into the first corner. So we have the Renault up there. And look at the other Renault all the way into 19th. That's not good for him. So as they all get back in their racing positions, ready for the race. So it is absolutely soaking out. All drivers are on wet tyres. So it'll be interesting to see if that does dry up. So here we go. All lights are out for us, but not for them at the minute. apart from one. Jamie gets a drive through. Lee. Lee's gone up into second. So Lee gets a good start. But Lee is in first place as Wild Dog is not a person, he's an AI. So Ruben moves back up. But we have a situation, a drive through for Lee and a drive through for Jamie. So not good for them. Ruben is getting away. Looking strong in the wet. Something happened to Wild Dog, but like I said before, that's his AI driver, so shouldn't have to worry about him. Lee really struggling in the wet. Kieran's all up behind him. Lee goes a bit wide, so I don't know if Lee's got a problem, but it looks like he's going to come in. So Lee coming into the pits. To serve his drive through. So Lee comes out after his drive through down into last. Nearly last. Got John, which is still in last. He's not having a good race this meeting. So Ruben leading with a nice comfortable gap. Kieran in second, Marcy in third, fourth is David. Wild Dog is an AI, so he probably won't be counting. So that means Darren would be up into fifth. With Lord JU behind him. Oh! And he clips the wall. We nearly lose his back end, and that was part of his wing what came off. That's not good for him. Don't know how much grip he's going to have with that wing like that. As you've got Gaz right behind him trying to get through. Further down, John has gone up, as I say, as he goes off the track a bit. Lee's trying to make his way through. Scott looks like he's got a bit of damage on the front wing. Glenn gets a speeding in the pits, 5-second penalty. A new front wing. So Lee moves up into 17th, John into 16th. They've got a lot of ground to catch up on. The question is, are they going to go for a 2-stop wet or a 3-stop? 2-stop or a 1-stop? Jamie's still got a drive through to serve. So the other Renault who started in 19th is now up into 10th. Leclerc. So it looks like a wet day. So Craig got a 3-second penalty, so that ain't good for him. David is up into 7th, Gaz is up to 6th, Darren's gone up to 5th, Kieran's into 4th, so I don't know what's happened to Kieran, because he was running in 2nd place. Wild Dog, which is an AI. So Ruben's walking all over this one and getting away with a 5-second head start. Kian trying to catch up. Oh, and that's Craig, that is. Not good for Craig. Tries getting it back onto the track, but falling all them places. He has got a damaged wing though, that's the problem, so he will most likely going to have to pit. We have a safety car. That's Scott, what's come off spinning. It's not good for Scott. So there is a safety car. And Lee gets another drive through for speeding in the pits. So all drivers now behind the safety car. Don't know what's happening to Lee, because Lee gets a drive through, but he's serving it now. John gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So a few are pitting. Either change their wing, fresh tyre at the same time. Glenn goes up into 13th. So we'll have a quick look at the stops. So there's the stops, everyone's got a 1 stop. Tyres, John's gone on to intermediate, so that's going to be a bit interesting. We'll see how he gets on. There's a penalty, so Lee's drive through. 5 seconds for Glenn and 5 seconds for John. And 3 seconds for Craig. It's quite interesting, John being on the intermediates. That'll be a one to watch. So it looks like the safety car is going to do another lap. So as the rest of the grid catches back up, there's a good advantage for them. Might see Lee go into the pits again, just to serve that drive through before the safety car comes in. So we'll see what Lee does. So he doesn't, he drives straight past. I thought it might have been a great opportunity to serve it, but he hasn't gone to. So Lord JU is now going to catch up with the pack. At the right speed though. Everyone else is with the safety car. So safety car still out. So they are only on lap 6 out of 29. I thought we would see a safety car in this situation. It looks like safety car is going to do another lap. So is Lee going to come in and do his drive through while under the safety car? No, it don't look like it. Maybe he might be getting it changed, maybe he got it for no reason, which shouldn't, a glitch in the game, maybe. Jamie's all the way down to 20th. Don't know what happened to Jamie. So could the safety car be coming in this lap? Bit jumpy for Ruben. We'll go on to Marcy. Hopefully. Oh, like I was saying, we thought it was going to be seemed a bit jumpy, but now he's gone. Unfortunately for Ruben, absolutely flying on this one. Safety car is coming in this lap. Don't know what's happened to Ruben's car, but it's dropped. It's just suddenly stopped. So I don't know what happened there. Yeah, something's happened to Ruben's AI as well. It just suddenly stopped the car when he left and rejoined. So Marcy will lead him round, and he gets going. And we're racing. So Marcy leading the way, Kian just behind. Wild Dog is an AI. Gaz is retired. So I don't know what happened to Gaz. So David is up into 4th. Cookie is into 5th. Darren is in 6th, just behind Cookie. So what can Darren do? He is right on the bumper of him. Goes up the inside, so he takes that 5th place off Cookie. That's a great move from Darren. His teammate is all the way down. Not looking good for him. That's Lord JU. So I don't know. And he retires. He retires from the session. So that'll be at AI now. Lord JU has now left the session. So Marcy's still leading, starting to make a gap slowly. So Cookie's quite really close to the Reynolds. But Leclerc's doing really well from 19th to 7th, doing absolutely well. Shame he'll be the only one now who will be going for the win and points for the team. John's up into 11th now. Oh, as I say that, he's just crashed. It's just damaged his wing, I think. So not good for John. Got no front wing, so that's very bad. No grip whatsoever. So he's going to have to pit. Lee not doing good. So it seems like a big change around ever since it started raining, apart from Ruben, but unfortunately for Ruben, internet issues. So not good for Ruben. So Marcy still leading. We're on lap 10. Kian trying to get out there. John has gone into the pits to get a new front end. New wing put on that, and he puts the intermediates back on. I don't know if that's a good choice. We'll have a look at everyone's choices, but everyone's still on the wets apart from John. So John going on to the intermediates. I don't know what he's trying to plan, but he obviously is doing better. Lee's still got a drive through for some reason. A lot of people on the tyres for 9 laps now. So John is back into last. Wild Dog's leading. So that must mean Marcy came into... No, I think something's happened to Marcy, that he's had to come into the pits. So that's not good for him. Could this be a new front wing? No, the wing looks good. He's coming in to change the tyres. But he did drop down quite a bit, so I don't know what happened to Marcy there. So, in theory, leading is Kian. And he's got 2-second lead from David. So in theory, that puts Leclerc up to 3rd basically on the podium from 19th, and Darren on to 4th because of Ruben and Wild Dog, which is AI drivers. Darren quite far away from Leclerc, nearly loses the back end there. Not good for Darren. Oh, and that's it. DNFs for Cookie. Clips the grass and spins out straight into the barrier, so that looks like it's a virtual safety car. So that is Cookie now what will be out of the race. Not good for him. So while everyone goes past, we are under a virtual safety car, no overtaking. It looked like the leader was going to come to overlap. Got to be careful, can't go too fast, otherwise get a penalty for speeding. So Ruben gets a drive-through penalty, even though I don't think that's it because he got disconnected. Darren's up to 5th, but in theory will be 4th. Virtual safety car is gone now. I'm not sure if this is an AI, but I'm sure he got disconnected, but he's going quite quick for an AI. Pulling away from the rest. So now moving up into 3rd, gets past David and sees Kian in front of him. So a great race for Leclerc, going from 19th to 3rd. Now got the battle with Kian. Can he overtake Kian? I would say he's in DRS range, but obviously in the wet rain there's no DRS. So could Leclerc move up into 2nd, which could actually mean that's 1st place. So what can Leclerc do? He gets a nice coming out of that bend. 0.4 behind, fit 5. Could he get his move done on the straight? That's Kian going sideways, and Leclerc makes his opportunity and overtakes Kian. Oh, that's Leclerc now goes sideways, but Kian's still behind. So that's Glenn now out of the race. So Leclerc's probably going for a one-stop strategy. So it's yellow flags in sector 2 where Glenn's car was. And that looks like someone else now. We have a virtual safety car. And that's Lee. Lee's out. Lee has crashed, so it's not good for Lee. So virtual safety car. So we go on board with Kian. Leclerc hasn't got a good internet signal. Let's hope he don't get disconnected like his teammate did. So it looks like it's all gone green. Leclerc tries making his way. Wild Dog's in the pits, but so is Kian. Kian's coming into the pits to get that fresh tyres on. Let's have a look at the tyres. 13 laps he was on them. Leclerc's been on them for 10, so still got life. I wouldn't be surprised to see David come in soon. So Leclerc leading. Kian's going to have to do some quick laps to catch back up. Leclerc is actually an AI driver, so something has happened to Leclerc. Oh no, wait, no, it's still him. Yeah, I think it's still Leclerc. I think his signal kind of jumped a little bit. He's not on good signal. So Leclerc leading. Go through some of these drivers. So Marcy behind Craig. Craig slightly getting in the way, but he is in fighting range. Ken's nowhere near Wild Dog. It looks like they're catching out of Kian. Kian is on the fresher tyres. So Marcy getting a bit hard who has disconnected and who hasn't. So John's still on the intermediates. So Dave came in the pits to have change the tyres. Let's go back to broadcast. So Kian in third. John's retired, so something's happened to John. So now down to 14 cars. We have a virtual safety car again. I think John crashed. See if we see his car. I know his car's disappeared. So virtual safety car. So have a look at penalties. The car's got 5. David's just got drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car, but they are racing again. So gap's kind of spreading out a bit. Darren's down into 10th. Ever since the rain's come out, it's absolutely messed up the grid from the results from qualifying. So the fight is still going off. So Darren's still in striking range. Can he get past? Let's go on to his view. So with JJ just in front, and so is Tadas. What can Darren do here? Darren's still in the points. So it's slidey. Looks like the other two gets better exit than Darren. So the fighting's still going on. So Tadas now gets in front of JJ. So we've got a three-way battle here for 8th place. So no changes. Everyone else a bit spreaded out from each other, not in fighting range. The only ones what are Darren, JJ and Tadas. Darren gets a good exit there. JJ closes the door. So Darren now up the inside of JJ, he gets the move done, moves up into 9th place. JJ tries to go the undertake, but does not work. So David gets a penalty, came up with. It's in the pits. So everyone goes by it. There's David, just comes out here just in front of Darren. So Darren got now another chance to take another place. But David will be on the fresher tyres. Let's have a look at the tyre difference between them. Darren on them tyres for 4 laps, David was on them 3. I think David done the drive through, so they're kind of similar. So Darren could get another chance of going up a place, but it looks like David's getting away a bit. So there's Scott, both McLarens are in the points fighting. That's JJ down to 10th. Craig 11th, Jamie fighting for 12th with PB. But leading the race is Leclerc. That is if it is Leclerc. So Wild Dog in second if that is Wild Dog, and same with Ruben. That's if it is Ruben. Otherwise it's Marcy who's actually winning. What other... Yeah. It's Craig out now. And that is a safety car. What is going to come out? Safety car is out. So they all got to go round. That looks like Ruben coming in for some fresh tyres. Kian's got a drive through for... Looks like he's going to serve that straight away. Nope, he's going to do pit. So it might be something what he actually didn't do. So okay, he's got a 5. So just got to wait for them to catch up with the safety car. So it looks like Leclerc's going to come into the pits. It just says Keelan's just been given another drive through. So Kian now, not Kian, sorry. Leclerc's coming out of the pits. Like I say, this is if that is them. So they've all got to catch up. So let's have a look at the... So Scott Moody is a lap down. It's the fastest laps. So Kieran's gone into the pit, so probably 2 Surveys drive through this time. Nope. It looks like it's changing tyres again. But he hasn't. So don't know what's happened to Kian. Safety car is coming in this lap, so not many's behind, not really a chance to catch up. Let's do broadcast. Away they go. That looks like, oh, I have no idea what just happened there. No clue. That wild dog's still fine. No idea what just happened, but there was a collision. But so Ruben in first, Wild Dog second. That's if that is Wild Dog, which I don't think that is. Don't think that's Ruben as well in front. So Scott's in fourth. Not many cars left. No one really in fighting range as well. So we've not many laps to go. What can happen? Both McLarens there. Fourth to fifth, that's quite good for them. Darren's into the pits. So he's going to change his tyres for the last remainder races. Darren looks like he's got a damaged wing, that might be why. Looks like he's putting on the intermediates as well. So Kia now coming into the pits. Most likely to serve his drive-through, yes he is. Not good for Kia. Out of points. So looks like Mercedes ain't going to get no points in this. This is going to affect them in the points big time, and it might affect Reynolds if this is not Ruben and it's an AI. That's going to affect them really badly. It's going to make McLaren move up quite high, Ferrari quite high. Leclerc's left the session. So I don't know what happened to Leclerc. By the look of it, not good. So the only ones what's got their teams actually fully in it looks like it's McLaren. So this is going to be a good chance for McLaren to get points. All they got to do is play it safe. But Jamie is just behind to try and take that fifth place off him. He's very close. Let's have a look at the tyres. Who's on better tyres? Jamie's on very old tyres and he's doing absolutely good with them. Not many laps to go as well. So looks like it's going to be a fight for fifth place. Could David hold on? But Jamie looks up the inside. Oh, and he crashes. Damages his front wing. That's not good for Jamie. he was in fighting chances. Now David is getting fighting chances with Scott, but both on the same team, so are they going to think about it? Oh, that's Scott what loses back in, but David goes into him, and I think he might have lost a bit of his bumper. Part of his wing. And he has lost a part, so this could affect him. Jamie's in the pits. Got a time penalty, so he's going to quickly try and do that, get that out of the way. Off he goes. So Jamie's down to 8th now. Don't know where Darren is. He's coming up straight. I think Jamie's just going to get out in front of him. There's Jamie in the distance. Not close enough. But that's Kian now. Who's lost the back end. It's not looking good for Kian as well. So Kian's running 12th, which is out of the points, so is Scott Moody. Depends if these two are in it or not. If they're AIs, then they're going to move up 2 places, which they will be in the points. That means everyone will be in the points. That means Marcy will take his win. So not many laps left. Tadas is in fighting range with a JJ. What can he do here? He's on the bumper of JJ. Can he get the move done? Tadas is on in the intermediates. JJ is on the wet, so is the intermediates actually working? Oh, JJ nearly loses the back end. Tadas takes that, says thank you very much for that. Nice easy overtake for him. So both McLaren still 4th and 5th, which could be on the podium, 2nd and 3rd if the first two's not actually in it. Definitely not good for Kian. Jamie now gets the fastest lap. He's on a mission. He's coming behind a JJ. Can he get the move done? He's going quick. He is still on the wets. So he is behind and he is going to go for the move. Not quite. JJ closes that gap up. Kieran retires. Here's the last lap. Jamie gets a 3-second penalty. Still can't get past JJ, but he damages wing. That's not good. And now Darren looks up the inside. What can Darren do? Can Darren jump up a place from that damaged wing of Jamie? Goes round the outside. Don't think it's going to be enough though. But coming round for the last bend, it looks like it'll be Ruben. If it is Ruben, Ruben will take the win. Wild Dog takes second if that is Wild Dog. Marcy might be first if the other two's not them, which he jumped up first because of the penalties. David, the one McLaren, might jump up to second maybe. So David fourth, maybe second, Scott fifth. Scott jumps in front of David. So they might be on the podium, McLaren might be on the podium if the others are AIs. Tadas comes in. JJ looks like he holds on to seventh, with Jamie just behind. Darren falls behind, so I don't know if something happened to Darren. Still in the points. That's it. That's the end of the results. So that is the end. All points, and that will be updated, and if to see if the results are right or wrong. But that's how it stands at the minute. So we will wait for confirmation on that. But thank you for staying tuned. This is the final results. Loads of DNFs. Thank you for staying tuned with the K-Tech live stream with the SNS League. So stay tuned for the results, and we'll see you next week.